Hey, oh, hey, I know y'all getting tired. Like, why is he always adjusting after he already records? Just like many of you, my life is pretty darn busy. So I'm like sitting down here and saying, okay, I'm gonna record. All of a sudden, bam, the light. So listen, today's day number 49. You know it's rest for Sunday. Sunday is rest day. Always try to program it that way. For those for those of us who are, um, of religious persuasion who take the seventh day as rest, and that seventh day is Sunday. So, as you know, you can always adjust it if you want to. You can always switch up the days, Saturday and Sunday, make whichever one is your rest day. But it's always important to take that one day of rest. Now, already as far as doctor's orders have posted, some suggestive, man, it's too late. I shouldn't be recording. Yoga stuff you should be doing. So it's always good to practice mobility. I'm proud of myself. I'm actually going to take a mobility course this coming May of 2014. So I'm pretty excited. The reason mobility is important because a lot of these workouts, and this one I'm going to talk about why complete fitness is important and why, I'm in big of support of things like CrossFit or why I find P90X and Insanity very good programs to do. Um, a lot of sports and a lot of people tend to focus on one thing. You have people go to the gym, they do nothing but lift weights, but they don't have include any cardio. Now, why is cardio important? Cardio is going to burn the fat on your body. Cardio is going to decrease your blood pressure. Cardio is also going to, along with weightlifting, is also going to help you out as far as decrease your insulin glucose tolerance, i.e., diabetes. So then people who run on the treadmill like to run, but they don't lift any weights. Why do you need to lift weights? You need to lift weights so that when you fall to ice, you don't just crack your pelvis just from falling from height level, falling on the ground, crack your pelvis or fracture your pelvis from a recent ice storm. I mean, keep in mind, football players get knocked to the ground and they don't fracture a thing. Well, you have people who get older when they get osteoporosis, which you can help with a great diet and also with weightlifting. Um, they have like very brittle bones. So that's why weightlifting is important. Plus, if you want to look that certain way, everybody, whether you want to admit it or not, there's some liars out there. I'm gonna call you out. Oh, I don't care how I look. I'm not doing it for the fit. Hmm. If you really want to look a certain way, if you want muscles to look a certain way, if you want your clothes to fit a certain way, if you want to look like a certain way, that's what they call bodybuilding. Weightlifting exercises, I'm not talking about Olympic weightlifting, but weightlifting exercise help build up your body to look a certain way. All right. So that's why resistance exercises are very important. That's the only way you're actually going to be stronger. And you can combine the weightlifting with speed and make it to a powerlifting thing to Olympic lifting, but that gets a little bit too complicated. Now, why is mobility important? Now, there's a lot of people out there who are going to argue with me and get ticked off at me, but I'm putting them all in very similar categories: mobility, yoga, and people who just have sessions where they just stretch. The reason all those different type of things are important because when you work out, you stress the system, you're stressing your muscles, you're stressing your ligament, you're stressing the tendons. I strongly believe, which is why I chose to do this certification, my mobility certification, over being strongman certified or whatever. I'm doing my mobility certification because when you mobilize, when you learn how to help your tissues and your muscles and your ligaments and tendons, when you take care of those, that's how you're going to be able to lift for long periods of time. You got many people who end up injured, who used to be fit but aren't fit anymore because they hurt themselves. What I like about mobility, it teaches you proper form. There's a way that you can actually, and this is beyond the scope of this talk, but there's an actual way that you can actually perform an air squat, an actual way you can perform a back squat where you will have very little stress on the knees and stress the place where you wanted to stress, which is your quads. Now, unless you have mobility, unless you focus on form, and only way you could practice good form is focus on your mobility. Unless you focus on mobility, there's gonna get a point where you're gonna injure yourself. You're gonna pull your one of your menisci. You're gonna pull a ligament, pull a tendon, pull a muscle the wrong way, and then it's gonna get to the point where it's gonna be too painful for you to do movement. And then when it becomes too painful, you're not gonna do the movement. So now you're gonna become stiff and weak and not enjoy the benefits of the exercise. That's why I strongly believe mobility is extremely important, which is why I tell you guys you need to do yoga, you need to do stretching, you need to do mobility, and you need to focus on form. Practice like I just got finished watching because I was tired and I was procrastinating a 30-minute YouTube discussion amongst three experts. One of them is Kelly Starrett about squatting, about the position of the knee when you squat. 30 minutes. That's important. So you guys know in your rest, I like to give you guys lectures on different things, but I just want you to focus on form. That's the focusing on form is the only way you're going to help yourself and actually prevent yourself from injuring yourself. And focus on mobility. Hashtag. Focus on mobility, yoga, stretching to take good care of those muscles. You need good range of motion around those muscles and joints. Okay, so you need to focus on those things. Um, you're not going to be the best version of yourself running all day, every day, running marathons and not including any weightlifting. And you're not going to be the best version of yourself lifting heavy ass weight, but you do no cardio. And you're not going to be the best version of yourself if you do both of those, yeah, and you don't do mobility work on yourself. So you need it all, guys. You need it all. And then if you really want a bonus, that's where you do things like what I love about P90X. You do things that challenge your balance, your accuracy. I know a lot of people disagree with this, but I think it's cool when in P90X, Tony Orton has you doing bicep curls as you're standing on one leg. Okay, I'm just saying, just try that every once in a while, standing on one leg. You know. So that's some awesome stuff. In CrossFit, we do things. We have you like walking on your hands, and things like that. So we challenge the balance. We challenge the accuracy aspects of it. Those are just like bonus things. That's when you get into like athleticism. Okay, that's when you get into athleticism, like actually, being aware of where your body is in space and time. Okay, so gymnasts have excellent athleticism. So Olympic lifters have excellent athleticism. I'm not saying anything against the powerlifters. You have to have good form and know where your body is to lift something straight up and down. But to move at a certain speed or at a unusual angle, like you do in Olympic lifting, like you do in gymnastics, takes a lot of athleticism or balance or accuracy. All right. Balance and accuracy are two totally different things, and that's totally another different story. And that's beyond the scope of this talk. All right. So enjoy your rest day. Enjoy my ramblings because Monday is going to be on. It's almost over. We got about 11 more days. 11 more days, guys. So we're definitely going to be bringing it over the next 11 more days. I want you to get ready to track your results. Get your mindset ready to take some pictures. Get your mindset to gather up all your numbers, how you get to compare. Get ready. All right. And I want you to be honest with yourself. Don't start posting fake stuff because here's what's going to happen. If you cheat us, you're only cheating yourself. I don't want to give you congratulations. Oh, yeah, congratulations. Okay. And you fake man. Yeah, you fake Dr. Perry out. But if you cheat me, you're only cheating yourself. Because at some point, people in the world are going to look at you and say, she said she lost 50 pounds. He said he lost 60 pounds. All right. So just to be honest. All right. Let's get going. Peace.